Greetings everyone. Each one of us have many moments from childhood that stay quietly with us. Not because they were extraordinary, but they were honest. Moments when we were not performing for approval. Moments when we were approving for our own selves. Moments that were authentic and unique. One such moment stayed with me. When I was in 4th grade, preparing for our school's annual function. Like every year, a student was assigned a role. This time, it was yoga. At that time, I did not like doing squats on a yoga mat. I was very firm. So I did something unusual for a 9-year-old. And that was, I walked up to my principal, sir. I firmly told him, sir, I can't do it. The way I conveyed it to him, he saw something in my eyes and he made sure that my uniqueness came out. The day of the event. That morning, when all my friends sat on the stage and performed yoga, I sat on the same stage, dressed like a monk and meditated. That was where I understood that leadership is not always about action. It is stillness. It is believing in yourself. When I was 9, it did not click what leadership or mindset was. But today I know exactly what that moment taught me. All of us assume leadership to be something very loud, authority, confidence, visibility. But it begins much earlier. It is much quieter. What empowers leadership is your mindset. Circumstances don't create leaders. Your mindset does. If you believe in yourself, if you can say to yourself every morning that yes, I can do it and I will do it, I will be the best, then you are good to go, you are a leader. And if you can't, then you need to take the step. Because real leadership is when you take a step ahead. It is not when people start following you. Another piece from my life. Kerala floods. It was 2018. My school had organized a concert. It was a fest, a big event, where our school firmly decided that we will help the victims. I stood at my doorstep with one pen and one paper. At that time I was very young, a 7th grader. I was, confused. But I had something in my heart that yes, I'll do it. I had no authority, no influence. Even my granny said, have you gone crazy? Go and study. It is your time to study. You have exams the next month. But that day I decided that I will do what my heart says. As I clearly said, leadership is not when people start following you. It is when you decide that yes, I am going to make it. I will not step back. It is your mindset that governs. Let me give you an example. Leadership is something that is within. It is not outside. And the best example is a student life. In 11th grade, when we open new career dimensions for us, we study subjects in a deeper way. A student might feel accounts or physics to be complex, whereas maths or eco could be very easy. Do you know what is the difference between the two statements? It is not his inability. He can grasp. He has a good mind. It is gifted by God. Everyone has a powerful mind, a powerful ability to grasp knowledge. What is different is the mindset. When you start saying that it is difficult for me, energy sciences clearly say, where you project energy, the energy is there. So, if you ask me, what would I have done in that case? I would have said, I am comfortable with maths and eco. I am not comfortable with physics and accounts. But I know that for my growth, these two subjects are very important. So a very important question. A leader must always do something that makes him grow. He does not ask, what am I comfortable with? His agenda is to step out of his comfort zone. Now, let me tell you a story of a young girl, Millie. Millie was in 10th grade last year. Now she's in 11th. I got a call from her mother and she said that maths is a problem for her. The word problem is the problem here. She scored 36 in her pre-boards. 10 days she had an exam. She asked me if I could help. I thought, but the mathematician in me said, yes, you can do it. Why not to take that step? I immediately said yes. And to highlight, my mom encouraged me. She enforced, Shreyas, go ahead. You're good in maths. Why don't you take that step? I said yes. Thank you, Mom. Now, we rolled up our sleeves. We mustered courage, burnt the midnight oil, sat 8 hours daily on Zoom, online, when it was a lot of shivering cold in Delhi. We left it to the Almighty that, whatever the result might be, we will put our best efforts. When the result popped in, it changed my perception towards life. It was a moment to celebrate. From 36 to 84, it changed the gear of my life. That day I realized, Millie did not become intelligent overnight. Her concepts did not get clear that very moment when I taught her. But what changed was her belief system. When she started saying, yes, I can do it, instead of, no, this is not my cup of tea, every 10th grader. Her performance changed. The entire history changed. Her marks went up because she believed in herself, because she took the right step at the right moment. It is only inspired action and powerful decision making that is the true essence of leadership. I saw the same in my academic journey. When I was preparing for my class 10th board examinations, 12th board examinations, CUET and CA foundation, I walked with clarity, I walked with belief. Marks did not define my intelligence, but what determined my preparation was my attitude. I decided to not give up. Every moment I got a 36 on 40 or I got a 79 on 80. Because I thought that why to aim for something that I can be more of. My mother always said to me from the moment she started teaching me, Shreyas, when you can aim for the moon, why do you want to aim for the stars? It always clicked me. Every test where I scored less, I saw these are the stars and I have to reach the moon. This was also enforced in me by every teacher who checked my paper. They would write on my answer sheet, Shreyas, well done, encouraged me, and at the same time, you can be much more. So that small things mattered a lot in my life. Now, when I scored a 200 on 200 in economics and business, I realized that what actually helped me, it was the leader within me. I decided at every question that when I was attempting in the OMR sheet that, Shreyas, okay, this is the answer. Do you think this is the answer? The mind said something, but the knowledge said something. Then I requested my subconscious mind. What my subconscious, what my instinct, what my knowledge taught me, I went with that. I did not let the other thoughts evolving in my mind decide my action. I was firm, I was steady, I was confident. Now, when we were talking about Kerala, that time I went to 800 houses. I did not ask my parents, I did not tell them that I was going. They were working in their offices. I went, I took one pen, one paper, and I took my bag, I went. I knocked at every door. Some people welcomed me with open hands. Some rejected, some did not even open doors. But I was firm. I collected 12,000. And that mesmerized me. I realized that it was my courage that gave wings to my shoulder to fly high. So each and every moment in life teaches us something very important. And it is very important for us to realize that this moment is teaching this and to take the right lesson. Now, my favorite picture. Now, when it comes to, going on the right vibration or to seek the right guidance, whom should we look up to? One and only one answer. The Guru. Yes, it is our teachers, it is our parents. My parents are my first gurus. I've learned a lot from them. If I stand today here, I owe them my life. They have nurtured me, they have nourished me. And most importantly, when they left me to school, school became my second home. I spent most of my life in school. How can I not be grateful to all my teachers? Every word that they spoke to me, it encouraged me, it motivated me. When they scolded me, I felt bad. But today, I miss their scoldings. Because now when I grow in life, I remember, oh, this teacher said me this when I was this. So thank you to all my teachers. They are the biggest blessing that you have. Now, Guru. Who is a Guru? A Guru ignites awareness. It ignites your passion. They help you, unleash your potential to the maximum. Because what we can't see is what they see. They see us from all the different angles of life. They help us grow. And a true leader always respects his teachers, because that is the only point where he earns his respect. A true leader gets most of his respect, most of his, praise from his guru, because he realizes that it is that person who has shaped his upbringing, who has shaped him to grow. So more than the world, a guru, a true leader looks up to his guru. Now, second, when we talk about leadership, the most fundamental thing, even Simon Sinek talks about it. People don't respond to what you are doing or how you are doing. They respond to why you are doing. If your why is clear, you are good to go. If people resonate with why this thing is being done, you will be a big hit. So it is very important that you realize what your why is. This is the golden circle of life. Behind every action you do, there must be a reason. And if that reason is crystal clear, then the vision and mission of your life is clear. And it makes you successful. Now, let me talk about a journey that is very close to me. My parents. When I was born, my father was in corporate. He had a handsome package. He was general manager. My mother, she was a gold medalist. Now, life has its own ways and means to teach. The life that seemed like a good movie to me, it changed. My father left his most prestigious role. He faced a professional setback. We had to change cities. We moved from certainty to uncertainty. There were only questions, but no answers. But what never changed, what never haunted us was that my father never let adversity show on his face. My mother, she never let fear decide her actions. Because my parents knew that if through them doubt seeped into our family, we will never be dreamers. Because doubt kills dreams. And if you have to be a leader, you need to dream. So all these little milestones made me a leader. 16 years of corporate excellence. 16 years of corporate excellence, all overlooked. Because my father was not incompetent. He is wisest among all the CAs that I have known. But the only reason why he could not be that successful or be a big hit for the others, for the world, was he was not a chartered accountant. At the age of 10, when all of this was going on in my family, I firmly decided that Shreyas, you have to do something. And that day, this thought of being a CA got implanted in me. And I'm working religiously towards it. I just cleared my intermediate first group in the September. So thank you, my parents, to all my CA teachers for, making that promise to myself that yes, I can do it. Thank you so much. Clarity. If you are clear of what you have to do, no one can beat you. You are fabulous. If you have clarity, good to go. Last, this is where I sum my life. Listen to yourself. Start listening to yourself. When you were born, you had your own voice. And gradually, when you grew up, people started telling you, you need to be a doctor. You are from a doctor's family. You need to be a medical engineer, whatever it is. They start conditioning you. You lose your true self. You don't have to do it. Before the world speaks for you, start speaking for yourself. Because the day you decide this, that I am me, no one can go ahead than you. You will be always at the top. The next, edit the conditioning. Everything that was taught to you from the day you were born till today, it was not wrong, but it was not yours. True leaders, they pause, they reflect, and they understand that is it what I really want to be. They challenge the conditioning they have in a very conscious way. And when you start doing that, it changes the gear of your life. Even Lord Krishna, if you go through his journey, every time he made a different choice, he broke all the norms. Because he knew one thing very clear in his mind, that change is the need of the hour. Acting alignment. Very important. Since I am also into energy sciences, one thing that has been very firm in my head is that whatever act that I do, it must align with the purpose of my higher self. If I align to my soul, if I align to my purpose, then no one can take away anything from me. If you align yourself to the higher good, to your virtues, to your morale, you will be always victorious. Fourth point, that is very easy to say, but the most difficult for all. Discipline the present. From a very tender age, everyone says, be disciplined. Wake up in morning, sleep at this time, food must be eaten at this time. Score these many marks, have a fixed routine. That is true. Absolutely right. But what we need to understand is, we need to discipline the present. Present is different for everyone. You need to look to your journey and see, how can I discipline it? How can I make it impactful so that it does not impact my goal of life? Elevate others. If you start elevating others, if you start helping others, you will always be held. Law of karma. Very clear, very simple. What you sow is what you reap. If you start elevating others, you will be elevated by the Supreme God at each and every step. Start helping others. Not only to help them, but to learn from themselves. And that is the true quality of a leader. When you help others, you learn from their life. And when you learn from them, you start implementing those learnings in your life, and you do not make the mistakes they have made. Last. Nowadays, specifically after COVID, we all have become so materialistic, money is something that we all need, glamour, everything. Instagram is full of that. Open my Instagram, you'll see a lot of money, glamour, everything. Return to self. Because if you decide to return to yourself every day, every moment, you will grow in life by leaps and bounds. So please return to yourself. This is even the last step of the self-actualization theory. Self-actualization, the need-based theory of Maslow. Return to yourself. Fulfill the purpose of your life. Leadership is not a badge that you wear. It is not a title that you hold. It has nothing to do with power or position. It starts the moment when you have decided to follow yourself. Congratulations! If one day you say, the first person who has to follow me has already followed, because this is where you succeed and reach the highest pinnacles of success. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.